What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, for today's video I have an amazing news. Finally, we have an update in regards to Wes Christian work, and we know that Wes Christian was hired by Metamaterials. On top of that, he was hired by John Burda and his company. And we have first results, and I have to say that these results are very promising, and I will show you in details what should we expect next. On top of that, I will show you the upcoming RICO lawsuit, and I'm almost 100% sure that this will be a RICO lawsuit. On top of that, I will show you quite tricky position of some Congress members in regards to the problems that we have on the table right now. And at the end of this video, I will share my personal story. That is why, guys, please watch this video till the very end, because it is very important for me personally. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. And let's start with this news. Finally, we have an update from Wes Christian and Metamaterials, and let me show you this article that was published on MMTLP Resources just several hours ago. Meta says they have an actionable case. In a press release from Metamaterials, they announced that the investigation with Wes Christian has produced the data they need to prove market manipulation. So, the very first sentence is extremely promising. And let me show you this press release in details. Let me quote you just several paragraphs. In an initial press release from late June 2023, Meta outlined its preliminary analysis of potential naked short selling and retained well-known analytics firms, Shareholder Intelligence Services LLC, to review trading patterns of the company's common stock based on this analysis, and with zero tolerance for illegal naked short selling and other stock manipulation. Meta employed the services of law firms Christian Attar and Warsaw Bernstein, collectively lawyers, to determine merit of such claims. Since June 2023, the lawyers have conducted an exhaustive investigation and undertaken in-depth due diligence. The lawyers have now conducted that Meta has meritorious claims for market manipulation against several parties. I believe Meta has an actionable case in connection with its MMAT and MMTLP claims. We look forward to working with the company, noted James Wes Christian, partner with Christian Attar. Noted Meta board chairman Jack Harding. We needed all available data at our disposal to delineate stock manipulation and by which parties. We are now equipped with the necessary information to act and will be further sharing these findings with the regulatory agencies. Simultaneously, we expect to file legal proceedings in the coming quarters against the responsible financial service firm. Meta looks forward to releasing additional press releases as more information becomes available. And guys, this is a real bombshell, and we know for sure that Wes Christian and his law firm will file legal proceedings, and unfortunately, as you can see, it will happen in the upcoming quarters. So it is still quite a long way to go, but definitely it is a huge breakthrough in our case. On top of that, let me show you this. They started their investigation in June of 2023, and let me remind you that Wes Christian also was hired by John Burda and the flamethrower, and he was hired back in January of last year, and since then we don't have any information in regards to this case. And let me show you the reaction from George Palikors in regards to this news. He wrote, "Finally, it would have been nice to see the potential claim number. It would be important to see a commitment by the board on what exactly would happen to the money, assuming the claim by the company was successful. In my opinion, every dollar should be given back to the shareholders, outside the costs for one or more cases." And let me show you that John Burda reacted quite differently. he reposted this information, he reposted this news, he reposted the tweet that was written by George Palikoras, and definitely he knows about this update, but he didn't mention anything in regards to his company, in regards to Flamethrower, that is supposedly an investigation as well. And Wes Christian is still working on this company. We don't have any other information. That is why the latest information in regards to Flamethrower and Wes Christian, that they are still working together. Let me show you another quite interesting comment, at this time from Mark Basile. And Mark wrote this tweet 17 hours ago. MMTLP, DJT and many other tickers. Brokers should start to worry. RICO Predicate Act, counterfeiting of securities. And he added the link to this official document. It is a counterfeited and forged state and corporate securities, discussion of the offenses. And by posting this tweet, Mark is trying to say that he will file the lawsuit, the upcoming lawsuit. I think we have less than several days till the deadline when this lawsuit will be filed. And this lawsuit will be definitely, in my opinion, based on RICO Act. And this is another huge update for us. On top of that, guys, it is not the end. Let me show you this tweet that was published on May 17th. Representative Barry Ludermic wrote this. Americans invest in the stock market in the hope of bettering their financial future. The SEC's consolidated audit trail puts that future at risk by exposing their personal data to cyber criminals and bad foreign actors. My bill will stop this. SEC overreach. And I have to say that his statement and his speech that you can find on Mark Basile's Twitter account is about 4 minutes long, and the main reason why he is trying to do it is because he is highly dependent on the donations that were given to him from market makers. Let me show you what Mark Basile responded. And who exactly will be looking at the CAT data? Government agencies, that's who. They already have access to that data via blue sheets, etc. And that's how they conduct investigations. So the real reason why you and others do not want CAT data is because that it is a significant tool to catch the brokers and their affiliates cheating retail investors. Nothing else. It's that simple. On top of that, let me show you that Glass guy made just one quotation of his speech. There it is. They can see political donations. And let me show you that Kristen Shaughnessy wrote this 14 hours ago, and she said, "Don't be fooled. Members of Congress aren't protecting companies or retail investors when they speak out against the consolidated audit trail. They are protecting their financial donors." Thanks to Open Secrets DC. You can see Congressman Ludermic gets a lot of donations from the financial world. As Mark Basile wrote to Ludermic, the real reason why you and others do not want CAT data is because that is a significant tool to catch the brokers and their affiliates cheating retail investors. Congressman Ludermic, if you really want to help companies and retail investors, demand trade settlement. And here's his main donors. You can find this information on Kristen Shaughnessy's Twitter account. And I have to say that by itself, it is not so unusual when certain Congress members are trying to push the CAT Act down. But at the same time, guys, let me show you this. This is the signature of Barry Ludermic, and he signed the letter that was prepared by Ralph Norman's office, and that was addressed to Gary Gensler and Robert Cook. And how in the world it is possible that certain Congress members signed this letter and at the same time they are fighting against the retail community? In my opinion, it doesn't make sense, and Mr. Barry Ludermic has to define his position more clearly. And guys, we have a lot of gibberish on the market, we have a lot of gibberish in the US political system, and in any other countries we have almost the same actions. But definitely, We know what we have to achieve and we know how we can do it. And that is why, guys, the only way how we can achieve our goal is to unite and to push this case forward as hard as possible. And for this reason, we have a lot of allies on our side. We have a lot of Congress members who signed the letters in regards to this case. We have a lot of attorneys who are trying to investigate this illegal activity and who are filing these lawsuits. On top of that, guys, we have a lot of community members who are doing their due diligence in order to help the community to investigate this issue. And let me show you these tweets, this couple of tweets that was filed by Timeless Team. And let me remind you that Timeless Team is the person who has the $200 million limit order that was too late to cancel. And this means potentially this order was executed, but at the same time Timeless Team didn't receive any money for his shares. And let me show you what did he write. Interesting, my GTC sell order for $150 million shows market reject, reason code, and rejected on December the 12th, on Monday. My GTC sell order for $200 million shows too late to cancel, placed before the $150 million order, and rejected on December 13th, Tuesday. Interestingly, a market reject happened a day earlier for an order that was $50 million less than the higher too late to cancel order that seemingly executed the very next day, although both ultimately rejected. With that order events, maybe that $150 million order should have processed, just like the $200 million order that should have processed. Clearly, they were higher buyers with so many short positions out there. The more I find, the higher my stakes. And on top of that, he added these screenshots, which proves his words. And I have to say that his position is quite interesting because he has the highest level of cancelled orders, the highest price of these orders that potentially allowed him to receive up to $200 million for 1,000 shares. And let me show you his second tweet. He wrote this, let me show you, just several hours ago on May the 20th. He said, I called E-Trade this morning. I didn't record it. I cordially asked Mike at the trading desk if he could provide me routing info on an old order I placed that went too late to cancel, but ultimately rejected. He said sure, he could provide that info to me, just give him a minute. He asked for an order number and ticker. Once I gave him my MMTLP $200 million too late to cancel order number, I was asked to please hold a minute for him to look further for the information. 8 minutes later he came back and said sorry, he was still searching. Put back on hold again. 7 minutes later he came back to say the info is not ready available, which I figured by this time after so many days and after frantically chasing down his boss on what he should say back to me on this order. I asked him to simply look back in their archived databases and report their must keep for record keeping purposes to find the info and let me know. I then asked Mike to explain the difference clearly between too late to cancel versus market reject reason code. He could not give a clear explanation, gave the same explanation as if it were a market reject, same as other agents in E-Trade I have asked. I'm using their own help screens for both reason codes that show me the difference as my clear reference, I told him. After getting no further clarity on these reason codes, I asked again for requested info and he said he would ask around on how to get the old routing info for that old order, and if he finds it, he will give me a call. We then cordially ended the call after 27 minutes of my time. Nothing against Mike, just going by their old script now for over 527 days. So guys, This conversation clearly shows us that something is wrong inside E-Trade, because we know that E-Trade is the company that has a huge number of too late to cancel orders with a very high amount with a very high prices of MMTLP shares. And this behavior, quite odd behavior, that they can provide this information at the first glance, but when they recognize the ticker symbol and the order number, they basically refuse to do it with the huge delays in time. And this means something is happening behind the scenes and we have to find it out. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.